welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jacqueline and I make new videos every week on a whole variety of things, lifestyle, beauty, adventure, all sorts of fun stuff. And I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. I would love it if you subscribe to my channel and join our little adventure family here. And today I have my monthly favorites for the month of August. August went by in like a blur for me. Like all of a sudden I was in AC and at a bachelorette party and August is over. Like, I don't know how that happened. It happened. And I have a few favorites from this month. I try to keep my favorites pretty small because I just don't want to like overwhelm everybody with everything. And you know, if you have that many favorites, are they really favorites at that point? You know what I mean? So I just have a few favorites for you guys, and I'm going to start with my beauty favorites. So I tested out a whole bunch of products from Target, all their cheapest products from online, and I'll leave that video where I tested them all out up here and down below. And I have a few favorites from that actually. So the first thing I loved was the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I actually took this with me on my trip to AC, and it looked beautiful on my skin. It works really well. It looked great in all the photographs we took, flash, non-flash, everything. It looked great. It stayed really well. My makeup at the end of the night, even after like dancing all night, looked really good still. And I just really like it, and it's so inexpensive that I was surprised how much I liked it. Not that price makes a difference on products, but this one's just a really nice foundation. I wouldn't call it full coverage. I would call it like high medium coverage. It definitely covered up what I needed it to, but if like my darker acne spots, I could still see a few of those peeking through, but it wasn't anything that like concealer couldn't fix at that point. Like it wasn't so sheer that it wasn't covering anything, but you can definitely still see a few of my spots peeking through. But I definitely love this. It's a great affordable option for a foundation, and I just think it's really, really pretty. And I have it in the shade Nude Ivory. The only thing that's kind of off-putting is the smell, but honestly, it kind of reminds me of my Healthy Glow or my Healthy Foundation from Physicians Formula. It has a very similar smell to that. But I mean, it dissipates. It goes away very quickly, so it's not a huge deal. But if you are sensitive to smell, you might not like this one. But it is a good foundation, and I think they have quite a few shades, which is nice as well. So another thing I loved from that haul was this Black Radiance True Complexion HD Primer. So this primer has a tint to it. I'll kind of show you a swatch here. It's a pretty dark tint, and it can be pretty intimidating at first. You can see right there. It can be pretty intimidating at first, but for me this was actually great when I had self tanner on and I wanted to use a foundation, like a color like this foundation, which was too light for me at that point. This was a great kind of bronzing primer for me. It just kind of helped even out my skin tone to match my body to my face. My face always tends to be a little bit redder and a little bit lighter than the rest of my body. So this just helps kind of match my body up. Now, if you have a really fair complexion, this is probably not going to work for you because it is so dark. I mean, obviously this is meant for people of color, but I didn't think it was so dark that like I couldn't use it, if that makes sense. Like if you have a really deep skin tone, I don't think this is going to work for you. If you have a really light skin tone, I don't think this is going to work for you. If you're somewhere in that medium tan range, this might work for you. It is kind of a very specific color. I think it's kind of on the orangey pink sort of side, somewhere over there, which I have a pink undertone anyway, so it kind of works for me. But I really like it. It makes my skin look really radiant and beautiful, and it just kind of helps. They're mowing our lawns. This is the only time I can film, and they're mowing the lawns, and it's so annoying. Anyway, I just think this is a great like summertime primer for me. Like when I have fake tan on or I have a natural tan going, I just think this really helped to even out my skin tone and make it beautiful for a foundation to go over it. And then the last thing I really loved from this haul was this e.l.f. Big Highlighter in Moonlight Pearls. This stuff is gorgeous. It's so beautiful. It's like, oh man, it might be my favorite highlight of all times right now. It's just so beautiful. It gives off the most amazing glow. And it's just for my skin tone, it's like the perfect, there it is. Oh yeah, it's like the perfect color for me. It definitely is more intense than like my everyday highlight I'd want, but for like a date night or like a night out, once again, I wore this to the club in Atlantic City and like it was just beaming. It looked so beautiful. I just think it's such a great highlight. It stays on my skin really well. It's super soft. It is a little like powdery, but I find a lot of highlights are, so it's not like a big deal to me. And I absolutely love this. It does come in other colors too, but for me, the Moonlight Pearls is just like the perfect color for my skin tone. And man, I have been reaching for this a lot since I used it in that video. It's the only highlight I took with me to Atlantic City. And I've just been reaching for it constantly since I found it in that video. It would probably be really pretty as an eyeshadow too. Man, I think you just do a lot with this, and it's so beautiful, and it's so inexpensive, and I love this. I could talk about this forever. It's so amazing. I'm obsessed. So that's all of my beauty favorites. I'm just gonna do my one fashion favorite really quick, which it's actually dirty, so I'll kind of insert a clip of me trying it on here, which is this romper I bought from Target. Oh man, this is the best thing I've purchased in a long time. So I saw this romper online. I was kind of looking for something new to travel in. I always just kind of end up wearing like leggings and a tank top, and I want something a little bit cuter than that, but still super comfortable. So I was looking at Target for something affordable and cute and really comfortable, and I found this romper from Wild Fable, and it's exactly what I wanted to be. I ended up getting it in a medium. It is baggy and oversized, so if you want it a little bit more fitted, you could definitely size down. I sized up because I wanted it to be a little bit baggier. Like the small fit me, but I wanted it just a little bit roomier. But it's this cropped jumpsuit tank top thing. You just slip it on. It's a little romper, onesie, jumpsuit, whatever you want to call it. I got mine in black. It does come in gray and I think camo, but for me traveling, I wear black. Just easier. Don't have to worry about things getting on or anything like that. But it is the most comfortable thing I've ever put on my body, and it was perfect to travel in. My only concern was going to the bathroom in it while traveling, but because it's so big and oversized, it's not awkward to get like up and down. So for me, it wasn't that big of a deal. And it does kind of come down really low on your side, so if you have like issues with like showing that much skin, it doesn't show like a ton of skin, but like if I had a bralette on, it definitely showed some skin past my bralette before it cut off. So you could always like throw a tank top or a t-shirt underneath it or something, and it would still be really cute. But it was oh man, I could talk about this forever too. It is the perfect thing to travel on. It's just so comfortable. It's like traveling in your pajamas, but you look so cute. I got so many compliments on it. It was perfect. And for me, like I got into Philly on Thursday and we just went out to dinner. I just threw on different shoes and went out to dinner and I still looked really cute. Like it's the perfect travel item, and it's like a jersey knit sort of thing, so you don't have to worry about it getting wrinkles or looking gross. Yeah, I just think it's like the perfect travel item ever. It's so comfortable. I'm definitely gonna wear it on my next trip coming up here, and I'm just in love with it. I'm obsessed. It's so comfortable. If it's still in stock, go get it. I'll definitely link everything I'm talking about down below. And if it's still in stock, oh man, I like want it in gray too, to be honest. But I don't need it in gray, but I wish I wanted it in gray. It's just so comfortable. So I have a book favorite, actually. So I think I talked about it in my last monthly favorites, the book exchange from in the airports, where you can take your book back, get 50% of that book back, and then you can like go buy other books or whatever. So the last book I exchanged was called The Outsider. It's a Stephen King novel. If you do not like mysteries and like creepy things, don't pick up this book. But if you're into like really creepy, dark mysteries and you like Stephen King kind of books, you will probably love this one. I could not put it down. It was so good. It's a murder mystery, but it's got this really dark paranormal twist to it. And it's a long read. It's a pretty big book, but it was great. I couldn't read it at night. I had to like stop reading it so far before bed and like watch like How I Met Your Mother or Brooklyn Nine-Nine, like something lighthearted before I went to sleep, because it was so creepy that sometimes I would like have a hard time falling asleep after reading it. So that's the only thing for me, but it was a really good book, really well written. It definitely had some twists and turns in it that I didn't see coming, and I just really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great book. I just exchanged it actually for a new one, which I've already finished because I had like the worst travel day ever. But anyway, yeah, it was really good. I highly recommend it if you like murder mystery, paranormal, creepy sort of things. It was definitely a good change of pace for me in that way. So I really enjoyed it, and I would recommend it. And then I think I'm going to save my travel favorite for last, actually. So my next favorite would be my food favorite, because I love food. And that would be my mom's banana bread. I made banana bread this month, and oh man, it smelled so good in the house. It tasted really good. I vlogged it, so I'll leave that video up in the corner and down below if you're curious about how I make banana bread. It was great. It was perfect. I was craving it randomly, and I made it, and it tastes so good. Always a favorite, but definitely this month I forgot how good it was, so I'm really glad I made some banana bread. And then my very last favorite is my travel favorite, which was Atlantic City. I was just there this past weekend for a bachelorette party that I planned, and we had the best time. We had so much fun. I have a whole video about planning a bachelorette party, and if you're planning an AC, what we did. So I'll leave that video again up and down below if you're curious about those. But we just had so much fun. It was so relaxing. We just kind of hung by the pool all day. We went out to dinner. We went dancing. Normal things, but I kept it super simple, and it was just perfect. I had so much fun. And I've always liked AC. Especially being from Philly, it's an easy place to get to from Philly. So we used to go just for like day trips and stuff. But I had a great time staying overnight. The Borgata was beautiful. It was a really nice hotel and casino. The pool was a ton of fun. The club was fun. Also, we just had a great time. I cannot say how much fun we had. I did have a horrible travel day coming home. It took me like almost 20 hours to get home instead of 10. Which is the reason I finished another book. But other than that, I had a great time. It was so much fun to be back in Philly. I did all the Philly things. I got a cheesesteak, which I'm not supposed to eat, but I did anyway, because you cannot go to Philly without getting a steak. So I got a whiz wit, gotta do it, has to happen. I got Dunkin', which I can't find Dunkin' out here, so I got Dunkin', which was amazing. And I went to Wawa. If you know, you know. We went to Wawa. It was oh man, we just had so much fun. It was so great to see my best friend and her fiance and all of my other friends. We just had the best time, and it's definitely like a weekend I will not forget anytime soon. We had so much fun. I'm glad everyone had fun, and yeah, definitely AC is my travel favorite for this month, and it was just a great time. I'm really happy with the weekend. So yeah, honestly, that's all my favorites this month. Short, sweet, simple. Like I said, this month went by so fast for me. September is gonna go by pretty fast too. There's a lot happening this month. And then we leave here in October, which is crazy. I can't believe it's coming up so quickly. But yeah, I would love to know what your guys' favorites are from this month. If you want to leave me a comment down below and tell me, that'd be amazing. Subscribe if you want to join our little adventure family. Give this video a like if you liked it. All that fun stuff. And yeah, I think that's it for this video. So I will see you in my next adventure. Bye.